Welcome back. I am here with Dr. Jochen, Dr. Timothy Jochen from Contour Dermatology. And actually, the guys in the back interrupted me. I was having a great conversation here with Dr. Jochen because we're talking about eczema.
Yes.
And eczema, I was completely wrong about, and I just learned that. Yes, I admitted I was wrong about something.
Well, you weren't wrong, though.
It wasn't.
No,
because
no.
you were telling me that it's a huge part of your practice are people that suffer with eczema.
Huge part. Yes.
I didn't realize that it was a chronic condition.
It is. Now, the old school of thought is, like you were told, that you get eczema when you're a child, and most people it resolves in. 10 to 20% of children have it, and they say only 1 to 2% of adults have it. However, the data is now showing that it is more chronic and long-term. And so it may not be as severe when you become an adult, but most people do continue to have the disease, or a huge percentage are continuing to have the disease as they get older.
And you say that it's an autoimmune disease, so it's not something that you can get rid of, per se.
Well, it's one of those things where we're not sure exactly what causes it yet, but we do know it is inflammation of the skin. And so therefore, anything that's inflammation from the body's immune system is considered sort of an autoimmune disease right now.
So how do you deal with that? Now, you were telling me that you're doing a certain trial here in the desert, and so
yes,
you've been selected. How are you selected, and what's the trial?
Well, I did research before I started doing medicine. So it was part of my residency. I took a year off and did research. So I have experience with the trial. So we were lucky enough to get selected. And we have a very busy clinic out here. So, you know, it's an ideal spot for people who want to do trials if you have a big patient population. And finally, I teach at USC. So I'm an academic doc as well. So we got
that's how
lucky to get
you
that
were
trial.
chosen.
Yes.
And so now what's involved with the people that are watching at home that have been living with this? What can they do how do they first get accepted into your trial, and then what is the protocol then?
Well, with the trial, what we do is, if you suffer from eczema, what you do is you give us a call, and we'll have you come in and we'll do an interview with you to see if you're a good candidate. The great thing about this trial is it's with a natural element called boron, so it's not a steroid, it's nothing that could be toxic to your skin, and so this is something new. And so
is
that's
it
what's
oral
exciting.
Or is it topical?
It's a topical. You're going to apply it twice a day, and it's a 1-month trial, so it's pretty easy. And the nice thing about it is you get paid to do the trial as well.
Oh, so. You're kidding. That is
yes.
nice. And then if you find out that it works, is this something then that you will eventually put into your practice?
Well, we're in the 3rd phase of clinical trials, and so what we'll do is, if it is approved by the FDA, it will be something that you can use.
Okay, so for right now, it's not something that you can prescribe to any of your patients. It's only if
just
they're in
the clinical
the trial.
trial. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if somebody, you're watching right now and you are living with chronic eczema, please contact Dr. Timothy Jochen at Contour Dermatology. The number and information is on your screen, and you can get involved with this and hopefully get some relief, because very quickly it's itchy and uncomfortable, also unsightly.
Yes, exactly. It's very itchy, it's uncomfortable, it can ooze. It's very traumatic for people who have it, and I happen to be one of the people who suffers from it, so it's a very personal thing for me.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, as always.